My name's Casper Jones. I handcraft skateboards for Life Skateboards, and you're watching another live day with Casper. Sorry the last live cut out. I have absolutely no clue what happened with that. But if you want one of these handcrafted boards, you can go to lifeskateboard.com and get one of your own. We're going to continue where we left off, which was finishing shaping this popsicle, and we're going to take it to the orbital, and then we've got, 3 more boards to shape here today, and if we get through this timely enough, I'll be able to press the monster boards on live today. So once again, sorry about cutting out on the live earlier. I have absolutely no clue what happened with that. Give me a moment here. I'm going to share this to a couple other platforms again. Hi there, Natale. All right, and if you guys are enjoying this, make sure you share it with your friends. Hey, Jedi. Yeah, I have absolutely no clue what happened there. My YouTube app closed, and it's not even showing me that I went live, so we'll find out what happens with that. Remember, you guys are watching Days with Casper here. I'm going to be handcrafting skateboards for Life Skateboards and picking up where we left off on the last live. Awesome. Glad you guys are all back. This is actually a new one, Juggalo. I got kicked off the live somehow. I got kicked off my own live. All right. So we are finishing this guy up here. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate you. Also cleaned that one up already. So we're going to take both of these to the Mac wheel. Homemade skateboard, yeah, we can always make them. You just go to lifeskateboard.com and order one, and then we'll make it for you. What's up, Trevor? Thank you, Juggalo. Alrighty, let's get you guys plugged into the charger over here. Take the respirator off and finish these two up on the orbital here. Try to be, Kayla. Take out some concrete. You know it. All right. So if you guys are unfamiliar with what you're watching Life Skateboards be made. The stream did crash. I have no clue what happened. But here at Life Skateboards, we do everything in-house. We press our own boards, we shape our own boards, we apply our own graphics with hand-carved Lino blocks, all kinds of fun stuff. Can we send it to Poland? Yes, we can. International shipping sucks, but it's a flat rate. So if you order with some friends, we lose a little on shipping, you save a little on shipping, we sell multiple boards, it evens out all around. Thank you, Trevor. I appreciate the support and good timing. At 5 o'clock tonight, a full Insta360 edit of just some side-by-side adventures on a trip out to Cleveland is getting posted, and then I have a scheduled post on Monday at 5 o'clock, 35-minute video of our trip to Cleveland. That's side-by-side adventures, dirt track, fireworks show, fireworks display explanation, visiting the lagoon, all kinds of fun stuff. It should be awesome. And it's lifeskateboard.com. Nice, Life. Life, you need to be in all of my chats here. I like that. Can we send to South Africa? Yeah, we can ship all over the world. International shipping is just a flat rate. Although we do have a funny story about a customer trying to take a youth punk point to South Africa, and it was confiscated at the border as a weapon. You know it, Life. I'm so sorry, let her rip. It is lifeskateboard.com. Thank you, Joey, for throwing that in there for me. If you guys enjoy what you're watching, double tap the screen for me so YouTube knows it. We are in Indiana, New Palestine, Indiana, just 20 minutes east of Indianapolis. Hi there, DL. This is the last step of sanding that these boards get before graphics are applied. We do everything in-house here at Life Skateboards, so throughout the lives, you get to see all the process here. The majority of the time, you don't see graphic application because we're working off of Wi-Fi for this live, and this is a metal box. Studio's up the driveway that way. But if you go back in some videos, you will see that graphic application. But yeah, these... What do I think about Danny Dimes? I'm not sure. Hey, no way. I wonder, is it the Indiana New Palestine? I believe they're called the Dragons. I'm not sure. I didn't go to school here. I just see their buses all over. I was the Red Devils in high school. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad, Trevor. I don't pay attention to football in any way, shape, or form. I'm so busy with this. But if he's representing Indianapolis, well, awesome. Great job, guy that I didn't know was doing a job for Indianapolis. I don't know. I'm going to let you speak for me on that, Trevor. Thanks, Submit. I like him too. You know, I mean, who knows? Maybe I'd be into it. I just have so little time to actually like sit down and watch stuff like that. If you go to lifeskateboard.com, you'll be picking out from over 77 different shapes. There's a new website dropping soon with way more. But yeah, just check out lifeskateboard.com, DL. You'll definitely get a new one. Not too bad, man. I mean, all tattoos hurt, but these didn't really feel that bad. I got one done with the machine and one done with the rotary pen. You know how, chat, we're gonna have a lesson here. Do you know how to not get my support? Doing what this person is doing in the chat right now. I'm gonna give you like 2 more attempts to stop doing it. And then I'm just gonna straight up tell you no. Because I would support, yeah. See, buddy, there's a no. Bye. Yeah, see, that's a quick way to not get my support. I usually tend to like if one of you guys posts skate content, let me know. I'm going to screenshot the chat, and afterwards I'm going to go through and subscribe to you. But quick ways to not get my support is to spam my chat demanding it. It's okay, Joey. I was giving him a chance. I mainly appreciate that you can catch it while I'm over there and not looking at the screen. I mean, skateboards are gonna break the majority of the time. That's just, they don't last forever. But probably what you're dealing with is factory board garbage. What we do here at Life Skateboards is differentiate ourselves by focusing on quality over quantity. So our boards last a lot longer than your factory decks. Before I found this company, I was working in a skate shop going through a deck a week. I know that sounds like a lot. I skate a lot. I'm also heavy-footed. And part of my pay for working in that shop was a deck a week. So I thought that was pretty normal. Everything was just crap and I was going to break it anyway. And then I came across these and they started to last me a month instead of a week. Now they last me a lot longer. I've gotten a little bit better at landing bolts and stop stomping on the tail. But yeah, definitely a lot stronger. Life, how did you know we can do all that stuff? I came across them and then eventually started making them. So there's a fun story about how I came across the company as well. So, I mean, I was working in a skate shop. Like I said, I was going through a deck a week. We're both Casper. Anyway, sorry. A guy came in with these boards that he told me he had pressed over in Ohio. They had his name wood burned into the top of it, and I fell in love with them. I started advertising them absolutely everywhere. And then the guy that worked here at Life before me hit me up and was like, hey, dude, I made those. So it turns out the guy that brought in those boards was lying about where they came from, and they were actually Life boards. And that's how I became familiar with this company. I started skating them exclusively whenever I could get a hold of them, mainly from Solace Skate Shop. And then the opportunity opened up for me to work here, and now I'm here. Ooh, concrete. That is a did you end up moving into board making? I mean, into park building? That's a great way to go from doing concrete if you're into the skateboarding industry. Well, DL, you're in luck. Since we do everything in-house here, you can make anything a twin. And so that means if you want a double tail, a double nose, whatever you want, you just got to let us know. Definitely need to try one for sure. Thank you, DL. Yeah, check us out. don't tend to disappoint. Just gonna use a little more love. About ready to move on to the next one here. That'd be this one. Alright, so that guy is done. Now we're going to hit this one with the orbital, and we only got 3 left to do. Hopefully that means we've got time to do some pressing. I'm so sorry. What is the thickness of your boards? Life, that's a good question. So they are standard 7 ply, but you can get a 6 or an 8 ply. You just got to let us know what you want. And these are these are 1/16 and 1/20 veneers here. You got 1/16 on the vertical veneers and 1/20 on the crossbands. But good answer on that, Life. Later on, Juggalo, because I wanted to clarify with you what we were talking about, to be honest. Seemed a bit private. Which one is better? It really depends on you. So a 6 ply is going to have a little bit of flex in it, but it's not going to be as strong, but it will be lighter. A 7 ply is going to have a lot less flex in it, not really any at all. It's going to be extremely strong, but it's going to be a little heavier than a 6 ply. So it really just depends on what you want. Skateboards, Tony. Yeah, I mean, our 8 plies are just extremely strong. Either that or you're heavy footed if you go for an 8 ply. Buddy AJ's parked a car on one. You know it, Troy. Always having fun. I'm at work right now. It'll support bunny harps. I don't know what a bunny harp is. Straight up making jacks, Anthony. So what you're watching here is Life Skateboards being made. Here at Life Skateboards, we do everything. So I press the boards, Sam cuts out the shape, I shape them. This is the final step before graphic application. No, keep asking questions. I just don't know what. I'm not sure. I just don't know what the question is. I'm a little confused. confused on your comment there, Trey. Anthony, so this final step here is bringing the entire surface to a 150 finish. So what you guys probably can't see is there's some horizontal lines on these boards before we finish them, and then there's some excess glue that you guys obviously can't see on there. I don't know. I've watched the playback on these lives, and it seems pretty high quality. But what I'm doing is just creating a final finish here, so the graphics will go on there just fine. That's what I thought. Yeah, you can't see it very well. I would suggest going to our website and picking the make my life complete option. It's a great way to get quality parts with your board. It's $110 plus the price of the deck. As far as a cruiser, I don't know, have fun with it. If you're not doing any tricks whatsoever and you're just getting around town with it, have fun with it. Get yourself like the aggro or the stinger or the butter knife or the big knife, something fun like that. Hi there, Grammatic. There was a point in my life where I thought being edgy was really funny too. Like trying to make jokes about a very, very horrible person in history that's recently gaining relevancy again. So before I kick you, just wanted to say no. Bye. Oh. Ooh, wait a minute. Something about wheel bite? Somebody says something about wheel bite. Wheel bite's rad. You can power through it. Wax your wheel bite spots and we'll keep moving. I'm doing all right, Dark. How you been? Yeah, I don't know. I just power through my wheel bite. Wax my wheel bite spots. Or you can get wheel wells from us when you order a board. I probably should have just suggested that. I'm glad you're back, Dark. Sorry, sometimes the live freezes up on me. Can my board support an ollie and a kickflip? Yes. Yes, they can. If you'd like to not take my word for it and take customers' word for it, you're welcome to Google Life Skateboards and check our reviews. There's one negative review where somebody didn't like how deep our concave was, so I went ahead and quoted it and used it for an ad since they measured how deep our concave was and we're proud of it. And one person that doesn't understand we're a board manufacturer and was upset that we didn't have public hours. I mean, it's not really going to, the board itself isn't really going to matter that much if you're not doing tricks and stuff. So the knife or the butter knife is going to come off of the same mold that our other ones do. I'm really proud of our concave, really happy with it. It locks your feet in really nice. So really just let us know if you're getting a complete from us, let us know you're setting it up for a cruiser. Maybe message Sam about it so he can make sure that your complete setup ends up with big wheels, risers, stuff like that. What do I use for a press? A press. I'll take you in the pressing room in just a minute here. We'll be right here when you're ready, Joey. Oh, dude, that is an annoying process because you feel okay right up until you get up and move. Charlie, you don't need to announce it. You can just ask, I promise. We don't raise hands in this classroom. We just blurt things out at each other. For sure. For sure. We don't raise hands in this classroom. We just yell at me and hope that I listen. All right, this one, a little bit of touch up here on the nose. Get my dang handprints off of there. She's ready for graphics. When you skid on the corner of your skateboard. So if you're referring to power slides, no. If you got like 99 or harder wheels, that's going to be super easy to do. If you're talking about a tail slide or something like that, yeah, depending on the obstacle, wax your tail, wax your base plate if it touches. If you're doing crook grinds, you got to wax a little angle on your nose and the little edge of your nose. Smith grinds, you're going to want the rail of your board waxed as well. Really just depends on what you're doing and why. I guess I didn't really fully understand what you meant by that. Yep, let me, thank you. Thank you, Dark. I love my 540 bonelesses. Yeah, I used to be the whole lean back thing until I started watching clips of pros when I was younger and was like, dang, there's like a whole brick of wax on that ledge, and the pro is doing that, but the local at the skate park is telling me, go faster. So the guy that made it is putting wax on it, and the guy that's at my local is telling me to go faster, so I just started waxing stuff. It's a lot more fun. No Philip? Did I miss a question? Well, I mean, if you're talking about doing a power slide, it's just a little bit different. So if you're going a front side power slide, you're going to want to lift your weight up to your front foot as you shift weight on your back foot towards your heel and push forward. That should fix that. But yeah, here's the magic machines. I forgot what I was doing in here. So here's our veneer storage. Here is an old press. This is from Fickle Skateboards. It's concrete. And then we've got our long monster press right here. This one is for our wide boards. This monster press right here also has a long mold and a youth mold on it. And then this is our standard press for 9 inches and below. That is a sturgeon, but close. Shane, I apologize. It seems I missed your question. Hey, everybody, ignore what Nightbot is. Straight up ignore everything that Nightbot says. I really wish it wouldn't say anything to you guys. It was mainly just supposed to be putting messages into the chat that had the website, and it's already doing that incorrectly. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. This is only the second live that I've had that set up on there, and it is not being very nice. If they de-lammed, he might have just not had good glue coverage, or maybe you didn't press it long enough. There's a lot of different factors. Board making is a lot of trial and error. I was not here with the company for the trial and error that made this what it is today. Thanks, Shane. I was a little concerned on if I missed a question from you or not. Oh, Dark, I probably should. I've been working on other things instead. But I probably will. I have a Patreon now that I believe helps me set up a Discord. Of course, Siba. I'm a smart ass sometimes. Yeah, so Randy, let me show you some things real quick before I get started again then. So yeah, this is made, so you've got these two jacks here, and then on top of this, set into there, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Nope. We'll see. There is a steel bar under there that helps distribute the weight across everything, the pressure across everything. That shirt's fire, by the way. Thank you. Goodwill is good to me. This entire everything brought to you by Goodwill. I bought these pants yesterday. $8. Or wait, was it $8? It was $8 total. I bought two. I'm poor, so that was exciting for me. We do everything. Check out lifeskateboard.com and you can see all of our shapes. Oh, of course, that's the only place I shop. Thank you. That design is done by Sam Koch. He is the owner and operator of Life Skateboards. I joined about 4 years ago, but he's been doing this since 2012. I'm just now the only hourly employee here. Yeah, hand-me-downs are rad, and I stopped getting those, though, a long time ago. Let's see. I made this shirt, though. I had this made. You know what? Yeah, we're going to show this off, since we got a moment here. I used to run a little skate group called Bad Luck Club. It's tattooed on my hand right there. We had these done and given out to shops during like a big dip in product for shops. Got Bad Luck Club there from the artist Subliminally out of Fort Wayne. Check her out. This is one of her little characters. Skate fast, eat glass, broken mirrors. Hand me ups, hand me downs. You never know. You know it. Yeah, we did a lot. There's some videos out there that we put out. Things just kind of fell apart, unfortunately, with that. It's just some internal issues. But we're doing our own things now. This is what I'm doing, so it makes me happy. No, Dark, these are not for sale anymore. There are very few people around the Midwest that have these. When I made these, my goal at the time was there was like some weird shop beef going on between all the shops here in Indy. And I, at the time, didn't work at shops, but I saw the beef and wanted to like squash it all. So I had this group of people that skated between the shops. It was Bad Luck Club. I made merch for it. And part of what I did was I went and gave a big stock of it to each shop. So all the shops would have the same product in them. So you can go to any of them to support what I was doing. And I didn't charge those shops for those shirts. So I tried to get them out there. Unfortunately, one of those shops never sold any of them. I'm pretty sure they went in the back room. But there are definitely some of these floating around out there. Kubla, you get t-shirts and stickers with your order. So you can get a t-shirt for 50% off when you order a board right now. The graphics are applied to the same blocks we print the boards with. So you can get your favorite graphic on a board and a shirt or a sweatshirt. And then the stickers, we're going to throw those in there when you order something. So, do I ever do by myself? Do you do everything by yourself? No. So the owner and operator is Sam. He does the truck holes, cuts out the shapes, does the templates, and all that fun stuff. I only have 3 left to do here today, and we're going to push through those right now. We already did, let's see, we got 6 of them done so far, I think, maybe a little bit more. I'm bad at counting and bad at remembering. So we're going to get these 3 done here, and then we're going to go in the other room and press 3 boards, and we're going to end the live today. But at 5 o'clock, there's an Insta360 video coming out of the Fireball Farm side-by-side adventures. On Monday, the Fireball Farm visit, the full video comes out. That's a 35-minute video of a ton of stuff, and I'm excited for it. So make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, share the crap out of that for me. It's the first full video of the Lagoon to the Moon series, where we use the Fireball Farm as like a little anchor spot where me, Luke, and Chuck just travel around, skate, and visit places, meet cool people along the way, interview them, talk to them about what they're doing. Hopefully they've also got a YouTube channel so I can use what I'm doing to promote what they're doing, which is what we did with the Fireball Farm. But, all right, yeah, go check out the Fireball Farm. I know he's going to be making some stuff, but at 5 o'clock today, a little taste of what you'll see in the next video will be out there. That is entirely Insta360 footage. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that. Yeah, we do have a lot of hard-to-find stuff here at Life Skateboards. I am going to shut up for a minute and skate this, and shape this. For a minute, though. Just for a minute. I'm bad at shutting up. And remember, guys, you can either buy supers to you can buy supers to directly support me, or you can connect to my Patreon. And remember, guys, it seems like people really like watching this this next step on shorts, so I'm going to give you guys different angles on each one of these. Yeah, these things are pretty beefy, aren't they? And remember, though, these boards look a lot thicker than they actually are before we round off the edges. You're not used to seeing that square edge on the boards. I know you understand that, Dark, but some other people may not. Exactly, Jesus. Thank you. Jesus or Jesus, I apologize. if I'm incorrect. I want to be respectful of you. All right, so this is gonna round off the edges here, and I'm just angling this to be able to show it off on shorts here. Take these three over to the drum here, but real quickly I'll go ahead and check questions. Kid Zemp, I don't know, because I'm weird. Thank you, Kid Zemp. If you're interested in what we're doing here, this is Life Skateboards being made. I just kind of go live while I'm working, show you guys what we're doing here. We press boards, shape boards, and apply graphics. Eventually, I'll be able to extend the Wi-Fi over to the other building so I can go live doing graphics again. But thank you for that sentiment, man. It does. I need to get better at figuring out like the keywords and stuff for my details on the videos and everything. I'm new to all this. I just am happy to share this with all you guys. Yeah, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. Give me 1 second here. I'll be right back. All right. So we're just going to take these three through this step here. and get things moving. No, Ryan, maple, specifically Canadian or Great Lakes maple, is the best for skateboards because you want something that's not only strong but malleable, and you also want something that's not very porous. So something with tight grains, and the way you achieve tight grains is slow growth and long winters. So Great Lakes or Canadian maple is the best choice for skateboards for all wood construction. But good question. No, Robert, we just press them. It's 7 plies of maple, 1/16 and 1/20 thickness. You've got 5 layers of vertical grain and 2 cross bands to give it strength in every direction. And then the concave itself gives it end-to-end rigidity. Yep, layers of love, that's for sure. But layers of maple, too. What about the trucks? What do you mean? How much of a difference in an 8-ply, 1-ply? Yeah, Ryan, I mean, there's some give and take with you want your board to be flexible. You also want it to... Here, I'll show you some other things. Show you the press here. So here are some uncut boards, just so you can see how much curvature we add to these. So those are 7 plies of maple. And because of how deep that curve is, you can't really use some exotic woods. I know that me and my boss were talking the other day. When he started off, he didn't have as aggressive of a concave, and he was able to use like very small pieces of exotic wood, but now it'll split. So, nope, it's a tight bond too. Your boards keep breaking on flat ground. Well, get a life from lifeskateboard.com. And maybe that'll stop happening. No, we don't need to. First of all, a carbon fiber layer on the tail to prevent razor tail is not a smart idea, especially if it's just for that. It's going to end up with very sharp razor tail. But we're just really damn good at all wood construction here, so we don't need anything else. You should definitely try us out. Way different than what you're used to. But all right, so we are going to get going here. I'm going to shut up and shape. Go to lifeskateboard.com, check it out, watch me shape. We'll get going here. Ew! Yeah, that's just one thing you just can't stop. Casper's got to take a bathroom break. So excuse me while I go pee real quick. While I'm gone, check out the website. Talk about boards amongst yourselves. I'm so sorry, dude. Nightbot, stop arguing with people. And I'm talking to a bot. But after this live, I'm going to go back in and do some editing. Sorry, Kubla. Ignore what Nightbot says. We make all kinds of deck, man. Down to youth boards. We've got the Scoot. If you go to lifeskateboard.com, while I'm out there going to go take a pee real quick, check out this website, and you'll get exactly what you want. Promise. All right, give me a second. I'll be back. Told you I was quick. I'm so sorry, Kubla. That's so annoying. I'm so sorry that Nightbot is doing that to people. Nightbot is a chat. It's a chat bot that I set up to just try to put out those messages that it's supposed to put out every once in a while, but now it's policing you guys for some reason, and I want it to stop. What's up, Freddie? Yeah, I know Johnny. Johnny filmed the last two videos that are getting posted here. Skate with him all the time. It's good to hear he's skating all the time. All right. After that little break, we'll get back here. It's the free one that I could set up messages. Can I, when I get off of this live, I'm going to take Nightbot, I'm going to remove all of its tools besides just putting the messages in there. If it does anything else, I'm just going to remove it. I've tried Streamlabs before. I hated it. So if anybody has any suggestions for free bots that are just going to put a message into the chat for me, that's all I want it to do. I don't want it controlling things. I've got great people that are on my lives all the time that I can randomly make mods that help out with that sort of thing. But I'll figure something out later today. Hopefully I can get out to skate tonight, but if I don't get time to, then I'm just going to sit down and try to figure that out. But let's get back to this now. Oh shit, about dropped a board. My heart just sank a little bit. That was scary. Johnny! Hey, Johnny! Is that Johnny? This is your board. So before I catch up on the chat, we're going to take this through one more step before the orbital. And I'm going to see if I can get through all three of these and get them in the same highlight here. I won't know until after the live, but I check it out myself. Let's see if we can get through these in 45 seconds. Go! All right. Oops. I forgot to hit the highlight button. Alrighty. Now I can see what you guys are saying, answer your questions, and we will be finishing up on the orbital here today. Where do you get one? You get one at lifeskateboard.com. Andy Anderson's board looks like a board that we would have already made. You're from Indianapolis and you don't know about us? We're located 20 minutes east of Indianapolis in New Palestine, Indiana. I've been here my whole life. How you not know me, Nick? Do we have any egg shapes? Let me see. Do I have any that are already made here right now? I don't, but let me pull one of the templates off for you. Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are learning new things on these lives. Let me pull a template down. Here's a fat one. There you go. So this is called the football. We got fat ones. We got big eggs. We got little eggs. We got everything. Check out lifeskateboard.com. There's tons of them on there, and there's several that are going to come out with the new website. Don't smoke, kids. You'll be coughing forever and blaming the sawdust around you. 39, 40 inch. You would have to check with our website, but let me check something for you. I'm going to check what our longest board. It's not. Don't think we'd have something in that range, but I would definitely check it. Longboard, yeah, we've got some longboards, but our shapes are the, we've got a surfer, we've got a stretched pan head, and we've got a drop down. So just check our website, that's lifeskateboard.com. I don't have all of the specs memorized, there's so many different shapes, but all of the shapes have specs right next to them. And then the contact information on the website and Life Skateboards 1010 on Instagram is a great way to get a connection with my boss, Sam, who handles all the customs. We're going to do the blue bottom last because if you've watched my lives before, my hands look a little blue now, but when I'm done with a blue bottom veneer, especially one that needs as much sanding as that one, my hands get a little blue. But we do have coffins as well, my man. Not hard, I just go skate. It sweats out and runs off of my hands when I do hand plan. Fun, definitely fun. It's fun, and once you get them down, they're pretty easy to throw out. Like, it's fun to just hop into a park and be able to Miller flip without a warm-up because it's all momentum. Dark, I think I had the benefit of having a Wally box on a bank at my local, which was Majors before it was Lawrence. But bank, just straight wall, great way to learn. Great way to learn. You guys are making me think. I've never done, I do like wallies up the edge of a ledge into a 50 all the time, but I've never even thought about doing like wally into a front tail. So now I'm gonna go leave work and do that in a little bit. That sounds like fun. Where is a ledge I can do that on? The ledge at LP is got a little lip under it, so it'd be hard to wally up it. I'm gonna have to think about somewhere to do that at now. That sounds fun. It sounds like a fun feeling trick. Oh my God. I've got a street spot for that now. If I can get that there, that would be rad. But I've always been thinking, I do like if the ledge is here, all the way over the corner of the ledge into tail quite a bit. There's a ledge I've been staring at that's like on an upper ridge of a building, then it shoots up and you got another like 6 inches out is your ledge to tail slide. Now I want to do wally tail slide on it. Only bad thing is it's like a 5-foot drop on it. And stop being a bitch and do it. That's what I heard. Thanks for the advice. I'm super mean to myself when I skate, if you guys can't tell by that little comment there. Oh, never do that. No, be mean to yourself in a constructive way. Yell at yourself and be like, "You're an idiot, dude. You know you can land this. What are you doing?" That's normally what I do. Or if I eat shit in a funny way, I'm already laughing at myself by the time I stand up. Stuff like that. Hi there. I wish I could read the language that you're typing in, but I assume those emojis mean that you don't see the vacuum system that's hooked up to this orbital sander. Well, Frank, I mean, this opportunity and a good fit for me to work here like this. Where can you find a job like this? Help support jobs like this. The reason there aren't a lot of these jobs in the industry anymore is because people were totally okay with the industry fully outsourcing manufacturing, taking the skateboarder out of the manufacturing part of the process. And people still continue to buy those boards. But there's companies like us, Life Skateboards, there's C-Rat, there's Last Arrow, there's a lot of people doing stuff like what we do. But those people definitely need support. And the more support those people get, the less support the industry that's been outsourcing production and taking it out of the skateboarding industry get. And then there's going to be more job opportunities for that. So support the actual industry that you want to be in, and maybe there will be a position for you in it one day. Hi there, buddy. If you've never seen a snake before, and if you think this is what your dick looks like, I'd suggest that you should go see a doctor. Thanks, though. You never need to be afraid, man. We're here for you. We got you. So before I go ahead and kick you Shaps 10, so if you really care about what another man's face looks like, I'm really sorry that that's how fragile your life is, that's what you go on the internet to do, is comment on it. See, this is a snake that I got from skateboarding. If you take pleasure in upsetting other people, you have a very sad existence in life. I just pity you, bud. That's all. I hope you have a better day. I hope you can wake up and look at other people and appreciate things about them rather than try to tear them down. And I hope that maybe whatever broken relationship you have with whoever treated you the way that you're lashing out right now, I hope that relationship gets repaired. And I hope you have a better day than you walked in here with. So I'm here making skateboards for a living. So you're commenting on how I look while I do it. Thanks, buddy. Oh. There was a good question there. Favorite punk band? DRI. What's the best board for a beginner on the website? I'd say maybe go with our twins. The twin was the first shape from us that I the first shape that I skated from Life Skateboards before I switched to shapes. Probably go with either maybe the mid twin, and go for the Make My Life Complete option, just so you don't have to think about setting it up. It's a symmetrical nose and tail, so you're gonna not have to swap it or anything like that. It's the internet. This is where sad people come to express their frustration by being rude to other people because they have the anonymity of being behind a computer. It is what it is. Dang, Gilbert, you are like really obsessed with my face. I mean, with a name like Gilbert, it'd be hard to not try to judge other people to make you feel better, but it's gonna be okay, buddy. The way I look is not gonna upset anyone. It's okay, Keaton. Keaton? That's how you spell Keaton? Did your parents not know how to spell? Keaton, spelled key like Keyton. That's how you spell Keaton, and you're making fun of how I look? Buddy. The education system failed your parents. Maybe. I'm not sure. It can count as whatever you want it to be, Juggalo. I am not a music expert. I just make skateboards. This guy's ready for graphics. There we go. And remember, guys, if you like what you're watching, double tap the screen. I want to see that number grow up while I'm shaping these last two boards here. And then we will hop over to the next room and press. Is the kook booted? I think he did get booted. It's okay. We're all a bit kooky. As long as we don't let our kookiness out on each other, we're all good. I want to do like a Alice in Wonderland spoof where it says we're all kooks here. Can we do that? Can we reclaim the word kook? I want it. I think the edge router right there, that's probably my favorite part because you can actually see the skateboard start to look like a skateboard and not a template. Good question, Dark. Thank you. Can that be a tagline for my channel? We're all kooks here. Can I claim that? I'm gonna take it. We're all kooks here. Welcome to Days with Casper. We're all kooks here. I like it. I'm taking it. It's mine. mine. I'll take it. It's mine. Why wouldn't I take that, Shane? Well, Frank, the royalties you get are gonna get funneled right into, I don't know, I'm probably not gonna make any money off of that. We're all a bit kooky here. I just really wanted to take that rip off of Alice in Wonderland there, but Shane seems to think that that's a bad idea. Oh no, it's okay. We will. It's alright. It's making fun of me. Kooky dookie. Thanks for tuning in while we're talking about kooky dookies, Mets. It's okay though. It's not for him. It's for me. Taking the word back. And I'm sorry, but there are going to be. Shane, there are going to be plenty of people like that on all of my lives. It just tends to happen. From what I understand, a lot of the lives that are filmed vertically are a lot of not interesting. I don't know. It doesn't seem like this. So people hop in here thinking that they can just troll and be dicks, and I'm very direct with the chat and very active with the chat, so it happens. I interact with it. Sometimes I turn them around. There's some people that are subscribers in here that started off by being a dick to me, and I turned it into a joke, and now they're here. So it is what it is. But I promise they're not getting to me. You might see somebody get to me when they start saying things that affect other people's sobriety, or when they annoy me a little too much. I might tell them, "Why don't you shut the fuck up and leave," and then kick them off of there. Otherwise, I'll just calmly kick them. You guys have seen an outburst from me, I think, about twice now, and I'm not very proud of those moments. Hi there, yo boss. Are you trying to say I was rage baited? Is it a successful rage baiting when you get kicked out of a chat? Is that like a goal that people have? That's a very low bar to set, and I'd encourage the bar to be raised a little bit higher. I just watched that South Park episode. From what I understand, those are some sort of demonic numbers that are being used for something. I didn't pay attention very well. Now I gotta rewatch the South Park episode. We make twins, Jet Life. I apologize. I'm a bit behind here. Salute, Eric. I'm missing something, Jet Life. I apologize. Yeah, Jet Life, I apologize. I missed what we were talking about. Probably go with our mid-twin. That'll put you right at 8.5 on your trucks. And then you can go down to an 8.25 with the same board if you want to try something smaller. I just would suggest that. Since you're just learning, there's not an adjustment from popsicle to square tail, so you're starting off with a square tail. You got symmetrical boards, so you don't have to give a shit about your nose or your tail. Beginners are going to have pretty fresh trucks, and you always want like a Christmas complete for symmetrical boards, so that's a great place to start. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Dark. I'm really glad you were able to catch it. Remember, in, what is that, hour and a half, there's a Insta360 video dropping, and then on Monday, there's a full trip video happening. Thank you, Juggalo. You know what? I got time to press. I'll go ahead and press after I'm done with these couple of boards here. Yeah, hopefully we can catch it again soon here. Hi there, Chris. Yes, we actually have skateboards and longboards. We've got 3 different longboard shapes and 2 different longboard concaves. We've got our drop down that just has that normal I shape, the typical drop down longboard, but it is not a drop through. I will clarify with that. And then we've got the surfer and the stretched pan head. But if you go to lifeskateboard.com, you can check out all of our shapes and sizes. Hi there, Apple Sun. And we're going to educate you a little bit. So here at Life Skateboards, we do everything in-house. So that means I'm doing all of these steps before I get here. I know you're new to the live, but if you scroll back a little bit, you'll see before I got myself onto this orbital here that has a vacuum system on it. This is for the remainder of the process. This is hooked up to a vacuum. Vacuum, the rest of the process. Vacuum, the rest of the process. Got it? Good. And then while you're at it, go ahead and check the title of the live for me real quick. I'm going to hide this so that you aren't tempted to think that it belongs around my mouth again. All right. And now we're moving on to this last one. Why did I save this for last? Because my blue hands don't need to be bluer. Let me remove this tape to make it easier for sanding here. And this is the last step before graphics are applied here. If you're just now tuning in, this is Life Skateboards being made. These boards the shape gets cut out by Sam, and then I bring the edge to a 90 with the concave, round it off on that right there, clean it up again, clean it up some more, and then clean it up one more time before graphics are applied. We do everything in-house, so we press, we shape, we apply graphics. In a minute here, after I'm done with the final sanding on this one, we'll go in the other room and we'll press some monster boards, and then we'll go ahead and end the live. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys enjoy what double tap the screen for me? I want to see that number go up. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate you, man. How's it feel to watch your skateboard? Hi there, Killian. You're more than welcome to donate $100 if you'd like to. See you next stream, Juggalo. I'm gonna go ahead and message me after this. We'll talk about that message you sent me. DK stand for Deck Kruger. A deck made from pine wood. Pine would suck. So Frank, I skated plenty of twins. It's not much adjustment at all. So I'd say, I mean, if you're used to your popping stuff off your nose, twin nose would be the same. So when you get a twin from us, just specify if you want nose or tail. Chad's pretty cool. A deck made fro. Deck made of gold. That would be stupid. Very stupid. Maple, the thing that I'm making skateboards out of. So sometimes, a lot of the time what you're noticing on the difference between the nose and the tail, the kicks can be almost exactly the same. You've just got a little bit longer nose than tail. Yeah, Dylan, once again, I'm going to have you go ahead and check the title of the stream for me, Dylan. How skateboards should be made. If I was here for suggestions, I probably would have titled it as something else. How many boards do you guys sell a month? I assume you have 2 people working there. Yep, just me and the owner. I don't really know the number of what comes out of here per month. You'll have to bump those numbers up by ordering a Life Skateboard. It depends on the month, but it's all dependent on orders. We don't make things ahead of time, so we make things to order. So it really just depends on that. It could definitely be a much better, this is my only job. You guys can make it a lot better by ordering skateboards from me. But yeah, they all would look nice on everything. They look nice under your feet as well. That's for sure. What's up, Joey? Thanks for popping back in here. Tyson. Where do I know Tyson from? Where's his local? Yeah, where do I know Tyson from? I off the top of my head, I can't remember a Tyson. I'm not sure, Ryan. You'd have to ask my boss about that one. That's a good question. Very good question. Sucks when you got a good question, I don't have an answer for it though. Is there a reason that whoever sanded the bottom of this skateboard only sanded the bottom half? That was me. Oh! I think I might have skated with him then. I used to... Wow, Apple-san. Thank you. That's rad. I have no clue how amount or what amount or what that is, but thank you so much, dude. That's really rad. Thank you. I have no clue what type of currency that is, but go back to Joey there. I probably met him in Effingham, Illinois at the Effingham Jam. Knock. What is knock? Hey Dylan, until you start asking normal, I'm gonna give you a couple more comments to ask normal questions. Okay? Couple more. Dylan, you're going to have an opportunity to be a real boy. Thank you, Appleson. Dylan, you have an opportunity to be a real boy and ask real questions to someone that's really doing their job here before you get kicked. I'm not sure. So at those Effingham Jam contests, it is very busy. I was there. I missed this year. Last year I got 14th. The year before I got 4th. It was really fun. The spots in Indiana are awesome. We've got some great street spots, and we've got parks all over the place. Element sucks now. So Dylan, right now you're asking good questions. So here at Life Skateboards, we're really good at all wood construction boards. So we use Great Lakes or Canadian maple. You want something with slow growth and long winters, so it has tight grains. Maple is a very malleable yet strong wood. So we press those 7 plies of maple together. They get this concave in them from the press. And as far as metal goes, we don't do any of that here. So truck manufacturing is something else. Bearing manufacturing is something else as well. But when you're talking about the materials for trucks, you're going to have to look at those guys for it. I'm no expert in that. I just make skateboards. Unfortunately, most of the truck production has been outsourced, so not too much is happening here anymore. There you go, Dylan. Good question, and because you asked such a good question, in a minute here, I'll actually bring the lowrider board in for you. That sounds really fun, Teddy. Hola, como está? Where does the dye on the boards come from? No, Dylan, we don't make custom decks, but we do make decks to order. So if you go to lifeskateboard.com, you're going to be looking at over 77 different shapes. We do customs as well, but if you pick one, so these are templates for the shapes up on the wall here. So that's what we use. It's going to be a set price if you pick something like that. But yeah, maple wood, you know it. Thank you, Frank. Thanks for tuning in. Careful double messaging. Nightbots that get on people. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy to me that like factory boards are now reaching the price of small batch boards. 1 second, Dylan, and I'll walk you through how long that takes. Just finish this up here, and I will walk you through it. Dylan, you are earning your position. All right. So we press our own boards here. So the boards go in the press, they're under pressure for 24 hours, and then they cure for 7 days. After 7 days, Sam cuts out the shape right over here. Let me walk you through. So after the 7 days, Sam brings the uncut in here and puts truck holes in it, and then attaches one of these templates to the bottom of that uncut. And then he comes over, I'm trying to clear this off without dropping boards. Oops. And then he comes over here and uses this to cut out the shape. Once the shape is cut out, that's when I get it. I bring that edge to a 90 with the concave here. Round it off here. Clean it, and then you just watch that last step that happens. That usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes as far as shaping goes when I'm not talking to you guys. And then it just goes over for graphic application. The graphics get applied, they need to dry it, and then it's clear coat, and then it's off to you. We do a 2 to 3 week turnaround in case we got to press something fresh for you, but we usually beat that. Now, Dylan, because you've been a real boy and really asking questions. So this is a lowrider board that my boss made entirely himself and then submitted to a lowrider contest. He should have got first, he got second. Look at this thing. Yes, those are cambered wheels on those trucks. He replaced the axle and cambered them. This thing is wild. Those are also wooden. This thing is wild. But all right, so the next thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and press 3 boards. I haven't pulled the layups or anything for these yet, so you guys are gonna see everything. Give me 1 second here while I gather myself and prepare myself in the next room. I'm sorry, I'm a board maker. Thank you, Dudson. Is it toe? So what's the difference between camber and toe? Please tell me. I don't know. I'm not a car guy. The only car stuff I know are the things that I've had to learn to fix my own vehicles. I am open to correction on things I'm wrong about. So if the top is tipping in, that's toe, and if the top is tipping out, that's camber. Is that what that means? Let me check. I see what's going on here. Okay. Okay, yeah. So with pressure, yep, it still rides straight. So here's why. With pressure down, the top sticks out. So that's negative camber from what I'm understanding. Oh, I'm sorry. With pressure down, it sticks in. I'm learning. I haven't rode this thing ever. Will it roll straight? Yep. Well, it doesn't want to. But these will rotate around because this is a loose axle in there. But all right. Now we got it. And there's that. Now we're going to get to pressing. Give me 1 second here and I'll be right back to press. In the meantime, check out this website. Dudeson, I think it wasn't your bad. I think what happened was when this doesn't have pressure on it, these wheels can rotate around. And now they're not doing it. Like the angle of the wheel can change. I just learned that a minute ago. This has been sitting around the shop for a while. Give me 1 moment here, guys. I will be right back. All right, so first thing we're going to do here is we're going to empty out the old press. Knowing is half the battle. Now we know. Let me check the date real quick. It's the 18th, so that was 2 days ago. So I got to mark the date that these were pressed so that we know that they're cured when we need to cut them. Sam, we all just learned about cars and your lowrider. All right, so we're gonna lower these down, lock them back into place, and then pull these out, get this ready, and then we will load it up. And now we wait. Go ahead and slide this upper part out here. Grab me a Sharpie. Where is my Sharpie? My Sharpie was here. Here's my Sharpie. I forgot what the date was. Yep, so these guys here have only been in the press for 24 hours, so they still need to cure for another 7 days. October 16th. 10/16. All right, and these guys are gigantic, yes. These are 15 inches wide. We can get 14.6 out of these. Why? Because why not? The instructions for how to order the shapes that come out of this are on Life Skateboards 1010 on Instagram, but very soon they're going to be on the website. All right, these plastic separators not only separate the boards themselves, they kind of keep some of the glue off of the press. Kind of. Alright, one more to pull out of there, and then we're going to pull the layups, lock those jacks down, and get to gluing. Alright, So these are all curing in a stack of their own concave. And I am planning on building up this stack as big as I can. Kind of anticipating a high amount of orders once the new website drops on these big boards. I just know that it's kind of a hassle to order them right now, so I assume we're going to get a ton more orders when we're done with that. And when I'm messing with the press, I apologize. I really don't see the chat that much, especially when we're setting it back up. I'm going to be paying much closer attention to what's going on in front of me rather than the chat. But I'll keep talking to you guys and keep you in the loop. Alrighty. I'm going to place you guys right here. I'm going to get the glue ready here, and we're going to start gluing stuff up. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you for turning around and asking real questions, dude. That's what I love about these chats. Like, I understand that a lot of people are just asking silly questions, but we can get down to the bottom of it and actually have real conversations here. I love it. We are using Tight Bond 2. In fact, I may need to open some up. Let me grab this very functional pocket knife. Very functional. All right. So I've got to pull the layups here. That's something I forgot that I was going to be doing today. Now, normally we do 7 plies of maple. On these wider boards, we've been pushing people towards 6 plies. A little bit lighter with this much surface area on it. We're going to pull 2 face veneers, and these are just vertical grains that don't have any blemishes on them at all. For each of these here, let's shift this over just a little bit so it's out of my way. And then we're going to grab 2 cores, which are vertical grains that can have some blemishes on them. Now for a 7 ply, I would grab 3 cores, but like I said, we're doing 6 plies for these today. So we're just going to grab 2 of these. And then the last step is our horizontal cores, and these are called crossbands. So that's this right here. Now these guys are cut down to size, but the cool thing about these is when you have a horizontal grain, you can just do this. And it makes cutting down those other ones a little bit easier when you can just snap these off. And there we have it. There's a layup for a 6 ply, ready to go. And I try to shake them out every time I grab them, just in case any dust got in between them. I'm going to be visually quality controlling the consistency of the glue and pulling out anything that would cause an issue in the board, but this just makes sure that doesn't happen. All right, last one here, and then we get to glue these up. And there we go. Good to go. Dang, Nightbot, all those things just lined up to be 3 comments in a row. My bad. I'm going to mess with that chat bot when we're done here. So next you're just going to be seeing me glue up the boards. Each board I'm going to take it over here and tape up the ends of it. If we don't tape up the ends, it can slide around inside the press, and we don't want that. And once we get the 3 glued up, we're going to go over into this press, load it up, and you guys are going to watch the squeeze out happen. Indiana in the house. You know it. This is backwards on your screen, but there you go. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I haven't talked to Nick in a very, very long time. But someone was trying to scam me using his name recently, which sucked. Unfortunately, it was about a similar situation, so I'm sorry to hear that, Nathan. I don't know anything about it. I used to be in Terre Haute a lot. My fiance is from Terre Haute, but lives here with me now. I'm doing all right, Brian. Here's your advice, Joey, for how to get covered in tattoos. Be a guinea pig for somebody that's learning. That's horrible advice, but that's how I got most of mine. I'm very poor. The most expensive tattoo on me is on my chest. Most of what else I got, I either traded for or was a guinea pig for it. Standard skateboards are 7 plies of maple. That is correct. But these guys are going to be 6. So yeah, these guys are 6 ply that you're going to watch me glue here. What would make it a 7 ply is another vertical grain right here. And that's it. It's the only difference there. So let me throw some gloves on. This is not toxic glue or anything. There's no fumes. It's just annoying to get off your hands. Yay, Sam is back. Hi, Sam. I'm gluing these up today so that I don't end up having to come in tomorrow. That way I can skate all day tomorrow. Awesome. Hey, stick and pokes aren't a problem. I've done quite a few stick pokes on myself. Just make sure it's done clean. I say that with tattoos on me that were definitely done in very not clean environments. Actually, this is one of the graphics from Life Skateboards, this knife right here. I got it tattooed on me inside of the Life bowl. Like at our old location had a bowl in the back. I had somebody tattoo me in the bottom of the bowl because I wanted to say I got tattooed inside of a Life bowl. We use Tight Bond 2. I'll get specific for you. From Poland. What's up, Solo? Tuning in from Poland. Thanks for watching, dude. If you guys don't know, Sam in the chat there, that is the owner and operator of Life Skateboards. That's the guy who made all this possible. That's the guy that taught me everything. And that's the guy that makes all the shapes too. That's the guy that you've been seeing hobbling in the background past here lately. And usually when I'm going out front to talk to somebody, that's who I'm talking to. You know, a lot of people would be like bummed out that their boss is watching them work, but I love it. Like I love this. That means he can tell me when there's issues, can tell me when I need to fix something. I love it. Plus, I'm the one that kind of created this option for you to be able to watch me, aren't I, Sam? It's funny. I worked in a skate shop at one point where the owner watched me so closely that when I did cash sales, I felt I needed to spread the cash at the camera. And now I'm pointing a camera at myself so my boss can watch me. I love it. It shows you the difference between a very abusive boss and a kind and loving boss. That'll tell you that'll make a big difference. You know it. Full circle. That old guy, that dude, so glad I don't work for that skate shop anymore. I'm so glad that guy doesn't have a skate shop anymore. I'm so glad for a lot of things that's happening to that dude right now. I don't know how publicly I can talk about all that. I have no clue about the legality of it. And who knows? He's a creep. He might be in here watching. Nathan, actually, if you want to talk to Nick about this, I was getting messages from an account that said they were Nick. They said they were Nick, and they told me that they needed money on their commissary, all kinds of stuff like that, and it was very clearly not Nick. Generally based off of the very descriptive emojis that were being sent my way, but you've got to sometimes, Johnny. But yeah, we've got enough trust here at Life Skateboards that we don't really worry about anything like that. Yeah, it was weird, Nathan, because I wasn't sure if it was him or not, and if he wanted help, I wanted to be able to help or at least direct somebody to help, but it really was not him for sure. I think that account went away though. Yeah, let him know, Nathan. Have him reach out to me if he wants to. I understand when you're going through life stuff like that, sometimes it's overwhelming to reach out to people, but if he'd like to, he can definitely reach out to me. Kind of let me know what's going on, so if I'm ever asked about it, I can give his perspective rather than whatever else is out there. And obviously, no need to talk about his business any further on here, but definitely have him reach out, let me know what's going on, so if I'm asked about it, I can know about it. He's always such a good dude, so. For sure, Nathan, thank you. Yeah, especially since I don't know which account's actually him. Thank you, Nathan, and stay safe out there. That's the cool thing about these lives, is that it's kind of grown that this is about skateboarding in Indiana. I know when people look up Indiana skateboarding, this is something that pops up. So what's been cool is running into people that skate with people that I don't end up hanging out with as much anymore. Reconnecting with people. I had somebody stumble upon my live a couple weeks ago, Chopper, that I hadn't seen in years. I love it. Oh, thank you, Nathan. I actually do have signature boards. If you so we're going to be making it a lot easier to buy these with the new website, but they are currently available. If you go to my channel, there was a post where I showed off a few of them. We did a limited run of 10, signed and numbered, but now they're still available. It's the Casper 3.0. I've had 3 versions of my shape, and this is the one I'm going to be sticking with. So I've been combining my signature graphic. I call it a signature graphic. I don't know. I'm combining my signature graphic with the graphic that has my dog on it. So yeah, for sure, it's lifeskateboard.com. I almost got mad at that comment, and then I looked at your name, and I hope you just go into random lives and say that, because that would just cause random chaos, and I love it. What type of wood? This is Great Lakes or Canadian maple. You want something with slow growth, long winters, tight grains, and then you've got a not very porous, but malleable and strong wood. Good questions. If you're unfamiliar with what's going on here, you're watching Life Skateboards be made. Thank you, Nathan. Yeah, and if you guys ever want, if you get my signature board and you want a signature or something on it, it's been new to me that people ask for that, but I have zero problem doing that on any of these boards. And I'm nobody special. I'm just some guy, but it's kind of cool to have the people that made your board sign the board. So for sure, man. I mean, our boards last forever, but it is very, very fun to skate. I will say that. Yeah, I signed quite a few boards that get skated. It doesn't bother me much. Where do we source our glue from? I'm not the one that gets it, unfortunately. That would be the boss man's question. And I don't know if he's in here or not. Do I know Thurman? I don't. Dark, does it? Does it feel wrong? Let me show you something fun then. So I was at the Effingham Jam a couple years ago, and I was skating the contest. Steve Barra, he didn't like that signature, so he signed it again there. And then I skated 2 contests in 2 days with that board before I retired it. Felt good. I'd have to check them out then. One of my best friends out of Terre Haute that I haven't heard from in a while, like one of my favorite skaters out of Terre Haute that I haven't heard from in a while is Birdman, and I'm sure he's doing stuff and I'm just not paying attention, but I love me some Birdman. Birdman Jenkins. Very nice, very unique, great musician. Everything about that guy is rad. I love it. Love me some Birdman Jenkins. Tight Bond. Well, happy early birthday, plays SG Tag. I know where you can buy yourself a birthday present. Lifeskateboard.com. Oh yeah, dude, Antonio is rad. Yeah, dude, Antonio is rad. We're in a welfare line together now. Tommy Story started bringing him out there. He has been killing it lately. We've got trolls in here again. It is what it is. It gets a little exhausting, but it is what it is. Greetings from Idaho. Thanks for tuning in. Happy early birthday, Camden. Oh, definitely does. He's got to make sure he keeps promoting himself the way he is. That's for sure. He's got very good aggressive style. His body jars are one of my favorite tricks that he does. I really like those. Thanks, Bug. Thanks, Joey. Now don't forget, guys, you guys can support me directly buying supers. You can subscribe to my Patreon. Double click the screen, that helps out a lot. And make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. We're about 55 minutes away from a new video uploading. And then Monday, a travel video goes. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. I will say that, yes, this is an early one. There was a bit of a mishap with some of the editing. Right off the bat, I'm going to look at it as a learning curve because it's too far back in the editing for me to go back and fix. But, oh, dang, the chat's been going and it froze. Oh, man. Sorry if I missed some stuff. Particularly squared off noses and tail. Does twin board have straight rails? Not sure if the picture is showing me the concave or the board shape. So the mid twin, which has these, or any of the twins, small twin, mid twin, big twin, they taper in. The egg twins taper out. If you want straight rails, just talk to us about it. Sam, do you think we could do one with straight rails? you think that would sell? Yeah, dude, Antonio's style is rad. I'm all right. And thanks for coming back in, Camden. That's right. I remembered your name for like 30 seconds. I have a better memory than a comatose goldfish. There we go. Yeah, so we can definitely do some straight rails. Now, if you guys get an answer from Sam in the comments, that is the final answer. Sam is the boss. So, there you go. Sam, you got another question there. A coffin-shaped longboard. Can we do that? I mean, we can. Will we? It's all right, Joe. You have a great one. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for taking the responsibility of modding the chat for me. I'm going to try to get that other mod figured out in the next day or so here, and then I might go live playing with the dog if I'm not coming into work. Of course, AWOL, really stoked that you hopped on here while the employee and the owner were on here, because you get the final answer and the working answer. Whenever you guys ask me questions I can't answer, I usually try to run them over to Sam so I can answer it next time. But it's nice when he's in here. If you guys enjoy it, make sure you double tap the screen for me. That helps me out a lot. Now this is the last board we're gluing up here, and now we're going to load them into the press. So we got to tape up the ends here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Just know that while I'm pressing the board and actively messing with the adjustment, I don't pay attention too much to the chat. But we are going to be ending the live here in a little bit. Now these jacks were originally hooked up as pneumatic jacks when we were in Muncie. We just haven't hooked it back up again. So you're going to be watching me raise these by hand. Little extra work, same results. Alrighty. Let me get these moved over here. Keep that out of my way. Drag you guys over here and we'll get going. That's a... Yes, you are. I'm that girl. You can just order the deck. If you want to complete, you're going to want to click the Make My Life Complete option, but it's going to be set up as just getting a deck off the bat. Alien Cowboy Farmer. I don't know. How long have you been not funny? It's going to be... Alright, so right now we're going to be setting up the alignment here. Oops, I should have let that go down a little bit more. We're going to do that now. Sometimes these jacks just need a little extra help to get down to the lowest point. Makes it easier to get that upper mold in there. That's what I heard. All thanks to Glorious Leader or something like that. I don't know. Thank you. Yeah, that's a really fun one. That's called the Hand of Adam. So these are all finished boards. When I'm done loading this up, I'll show you guys some more. You need a new deck, you know where to get it from. LifeSkateboard.com. Alright, sliding this last separator in here. Remember, these just separate the boards and keep some of the glue off of the mold itself. I'm going to slide this into here. That worked out well. Usually it knocks itself out of alignment when I do that. Make sure these are all straight, aligned properly. And we are good to get this raising up now. Hi there, Joey. Marwood. Yeah, you definitely are going to love our website then. What's up, D Nice? It's my favorite D Nice. My favorite person that lets me mispronounce their name because it's fun. There are a lot to choose from. And there's a lot of options too, because you can change your wheelbase on everything, you can change your ply number, you can change everything. All right, so now you guys are kind of seeing the board start to take shape here. So here on these lives, I only talk about board makers, not brands that have boards made for them. So, who makes Birdhouse? Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Seven. Yeah, Tony Hawk doesn't make the boards, though. Remember, there's board manufacturers. Maple. Great Lakes or Canadian maple? Nope. Flight decks are less wood material, and then they have another non-wood construction material in the center. I think they call it the secret sauce. They don't even tell you what it is. Here's the sauce we got right here. It's called Squeeze Out right there. Looks good. All right, that's it for work for me today, guys. I must have missed something. Yeah, what Sam's saying there, Nathan. It's really going to depend on you, but 7 for that weight range seems pretty good. But if you guys have any last second questions while I'm cleaning stuff up, feel free to ask, and then I'm going to end the live here. Remember, I've got a Patreon set up that you can subscribe to. That's on my channel. It's not right here. Quick question, was looking at the stuff you saw designed on the board, and you get custom engravings? No. So what you can, all of our graphics are applied with hand-carved lino blocks. So those options you have on there are what we've got. We've got a couple that aren't on the website, which would be my signature graphic and the Lori graphic. If you want one of those, you just could put it in the notes, or you can order the collage. One collage, if you just order the collage, it's going to be a bunch of different graphics around each other on the board. If you order a collage and put Casper collage in the notes, I'm going to do my thing on it. I'm going to roll a fun background. I'm going to double print it, something fun like that. How much for boards? You got $70 on popsicles, and then shapes go up from there. Can I show your graphic of board, please? So I've got some finished boards here. These are some of my older ones. Let's see if you guys can see it. So there is my signature graphic right there. It's got the Casper the Ghost ripping out the throat of a scarecrow, doing a boneless Christ stare with life and my name on it. And then really quickly here, I will grab you guys something that has the Lori graphic printed on it. I'm not rad. I'm pretty boring. 1 second here, I'll grab that. So this here is a cutout of the Lori graphic. I'm not really entirely sure who went through here and filled in spaces with pencils, but what the heck? Who did that? Whatever, I only worked hard on, never mind. Anyway, so this is the Lori graphic here, printed and cut out very meticulously. But this is my dog, the 8-stair at my local park, and Life. This is one that's not on the website. If you want this graphic, just put it in the notes and we'll throw it on there for you. The 100-fold is a pretty cool one too. What's up, Cove? Thank you. Oh, Niall is rad, dude. His theories boards are really, I like his theories graphics a lot. But yeah, this is actually extremely accurate all the way up to the dead tree in the background, the Euro, the 8-stair. It's awesome. But I'm going to go ahead and end this live here today. Yeah, you guys have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully, get some skating in, and then I'm going to mess with that chat bot, see if I can get that all figured out so it stops bothering you guys. Yeah, Joey, that's what we do. We love it. Yep, thank you, guys. Tell Nick I said hi. Tell him I said good luck if I don't talk to him. And don't forget, another 40 minutes and there's another video popping up. So have a great night, guys. Get a life. They're after me.